Did your accents get thicker? Is that like a intimidation thing? Because World War II. Boom.
I think the way they bond is that their difficulties fitting into, you know, anywhere. Is that something that you can relate to in any way? Did you ever feel that way in your life?
I mean, I think everybody does. Certainly I have, but I'm no exception. You know, it's like, you know, it's one of those things that I think is a rite of passage. I think the very rare people in the world who have always felt like they fit in have become really boring and insufferable people. So, you know, I think it's definitely a relatable theme, and that's part of the reason that we've found an audience.
You're very active on Twitter,
Yeah.
I've seen. And do you feel that is a kind of liberating tool for you to use to get your thoughts out there? And
Totally. That's exactly right. It's, you know, people ask me like, oh, do I feel pressure to like think of something to say? And it's really just the opposite. It's mostly like, you know, I find that like it's part of the joy of my day is like thinking of some stupid thought and then going, I should totally put that on Twitter because, you know, it just, I feel like the lower the expectations are of me and the more I can present myself as like someone who is still a work in progress, the easier time I have like in most of my day-to-day activities.
And it's getting your book deal.
Yeah, that's exciting, and yeah, that's gonna be fun and interesting.
You are the kicker of ass?
Yeah.
You are so tiny. Like an elf.
And you've done 8 movies, like in 1 year, I think?
No, that is incorrect. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the can, and you know what, at this point, I don't know. Maybe I did, I don't know. I did this TV show, like an episode of a TV show that never aired with Larry Miller, and I remember him talking about like, you know, you can either work or not work, you know, those are your choices, and I was looking at him like, yeah, I would want to be the guy who just worked, and at that time I was still like working on auditioning and, you know, being allowed, you know, being asked, and the idea that now I would be asked and I would be like, ooh, no, like, just, you know, strategically I shouldn't do that is so backwards to me. So I'm just having like a whale of a time just going from project to project.
Do you have any free time to meet with friends?
That is a problem. I don't have like, I barely have friends because all my friends are the ones, you know, who are okay with the fact that sometimes you don't see your friends. So, you know, those are the ones that have hung around.
And you're turning 30 this year. Do you have like any big hopes for the 30s?
I should start using fabric softener. Somebody just made fun of me because I don't use fabric softener. Maybe that's the thing I should do at 30. Because apparently that's like what you're supposed to do.
Oh, really?
That's like responsible laundry etiquette is using fabric softener. So
that's a good goal for
that'll
the next.
be the big change I make when I'm 30.
What an inspiration to girls all over the country who are too ugly to be cheerleaders.
Who run the world? Girls! We run this mother. Girls! Girls!